Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to North Hardin High School for today's semifinal action of the 17th District Softball Tournament. Today's matchup has the 10-26 John Hardin Bulldogs taking on the 26-8 Central Hardin Bruins. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Lineup today for the John Hardin Bulldogs. Leading off will be Christine Kettle-Hake. She's followed by Samara Neal. Haley Wiley will hit third. Patricia Gregory hits cleanup. Hitting fifth is Jasmine Caswell. Mary Beth Richards will hit sixth. Tristan Weems will hit seventh. She's followed by Caitlin Dunn. And rounding out the Bulldog lineup will be Kaylee Booth. Defensively for Central Hardin, starting in the outfield, Lindley Britton will be in left. Madison Jones is in center field. Addison Carter will be in right field. Around the infield, Reese Nickel will be at third. Allie Link is at shortstop. Alyssa Gent plays second base. And first base is Lily Paget. The battery today for the Bruins. Avery Strader is behind the plate, and on the mound or in the circle is Jenna Smith. Smith 14-7 on the season with a 1.74 ERA. She has 122 strikeouts to just 34 walks on the year. Now everybody is ready. It'll be Christine Kettle-Hake to lead off for the Bulldogs. The winner of tonight's game moves to tomorrow night's championship game. The championship game will be at the Sports Park in Elizabethtown. There's some weather coming in, and so the tournament director decided to move the game just to be sure that we could get it in. And then this is our first semifinal. Our second semifinal will have North Hardin and Elizabethtown, and the winner of that one will face the winner of this. But both teams that make it to the championship game, both are making it to the region tournament, which will be next week in LaRue County. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss, 0-2 now the count. Kettle-Hake yesterday, 2 for 4 on the day. She had a couple of RBIs, a stolen base, 2 stolen bases, and 2 runs scored. John Hardin defeated Fort Knox last night, 21-6. That one away. 1-2 now the count. That one stays low, 2-2 now. Strike 3 on the inside corner. So with 1 out, that'll bring us to the center fielder, Samara Neal. That's it for a strike. 0-1 the count. Goes high, evens the count at 1-1. These two teams met twice during the regular season. On March 29th, Central Hardin won 19-0, and then on April 26th, Central Hardin won 10-0 over the Bulldogs. The Bruins undefeated in 17th District play this year. 1-2 the count as Neal steps back in. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts by Smith. That's going to bring up the designated player, Haley Wiley. bunt popped up. 0-1 the count. That one fouled back. 0-2 now the count. Low and away. 1-2 now the count. Wiley yesterday 2 of 4, had 3 runs scored, 2 stolen bases and an RBI. The wind has shifted. Yesterday the wind was blowing straight in. Today is blowing right towards the left fair pole. This one right back to Smith. Plays it off the glove. Cookie gets it over to Paget in time. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bruins. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Our score, John Hardin 0, Central Hardin 0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Let's go down the lineup for the Bruins. Leading off will be Madison Jones. She's followed by Lindley Britton. Alyssa Jitt will hit third. Hitting cleanup is the designated player, Carly Perry. Hitting fifth will be Lily Paget. She is followed by Addison Carter. Jenna Smith, the pitcher, will hit seventh. She's followed by Avery Strader, and rounding out the Bruin lineup will be Allie Link. Defensively for the Bulldogs in the outfield, Caitlin Dunn in left, Samara Neal in center, and Tristan Weems will be in right field. Around the infield, Christine Kettlehake will be at third, Jasmine Caswell at shortstop, Kaylee Booth at second base, Patricia Gregory at first. In the battery today for the Bulldogs, Mary Beth Richards will be behind the dish, and Lillian Wiley will be in the circle. On the season, the Central Hardin Bruins have scored 302 runs and only giving up 107 on the season. Contrarily, John Hardin has scored 273 runs on the year, but they have given up 408 runs on the season. So it'll be Jones, Britton, and Gent to the plate for Central Hardin. Jones comes into the game hitting .396. She has 5 home runs, 38 hits on the season. That one low. 1-0 the count. That one high. 2-0 now the count. Jones struggled, or not Jones, Wiley struggled last night in the opening inning against Fort Knox. Gave up 6 runs there. Off the end of the bat, right back to Wiley. She'll get it over to Gregory for the first out. Jones way out in front of that one, hit it off the end of the bat. That's going to bring up Lindley Britton. Only comes in hitting .460 on the year. When she gets on, she's 20 of 20 in stolen bases. She'll hit from the left side. Kettlehake squeezes in from third, and now that one actually hit written in the box, so it's a strike. Kaylee Booth comes in from second base. They will leave Gregory back so she can cover first. That one will go outside. That evens the count at 1-1. This one hit towards the outfield, toward Dunn. She camps under it, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So that's going to bring us to the second baseman, Alyssa Gent. Gent comes in hitting .440 on the year. Out and be low and inside. Want to know the count. Two and 0 now the count. That one in there for a strike, catches the outside corner. This one back up the middle. It'll be a base hit as it goes into center field. Neal gathers it in and gets it back in. But with 2 outs, there'll be a runner at first base as we get to the designated player, Carly Perry. Perry comes in hitting .320 on the season. One home run on the year. Swings that one, fouls it off over by the third base dugout. 0-1 the count. Takeoff and running is Gent. No throw down. She'll get the stolen base. Perry swung through that one. Count will be 0-2. The runner in scoring position. So we head out towards the shortstop, Caswell, up with it across. That's too tall. Goes over Gregory's head, and Gent never slows down as she rounds and scores. It's an unearned run, as Perry will reach on an error. So the Bruins up 1-0, and that'll bring up Lily Padgett, the first baseman. Padgett hitting .376 on the year with 4 home runs. And rolls in. 1-0 the count. Change up a little too high. 2-0 now the count. Beautiful day here at North Hardin. A little overcast. That one outside and high. 3-0 now the count to Padgett. That's in there for a strike. 3-1. High and tight, and that'll be ball 4. So after getting the first 2 bounders out, it's been a base hit, an error, and now a walk. And that's going to bring up Addison Carter, the right fielder. She's hitting .356 on the year. That's outside. That gets away from Richards. Perry and Padgett will both move up. So now 2 runners in scoring position. That one off the end of the bat, way out in front of it. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. That one stays outside. 2-1 now the count to Carter. That one low. Richards keeps that one in front of her. Not a lot of room behind home plate. That one hits Carter. So that'll load the bases with 2 outs. They're going to say, I'm going to say she didn't turn to get out of the way. The umpire's going to say that she had the opportunity but did not move. So it'll go as a ball. 3-1 the count. It's going to be ripped down the line in left field. That's off the fence. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in, and it's a 2 RBI double for Addison Carter. I'm sure she appreciates taking back the walk, and Central Hardin now up 3-0 over John Hardin. That's going to bring us to the catcher, Avery Strader. Now it'll be Jenna Smith, sorry. Thought we had already called her when we had the hit by pitch that we came back to. Smith comes in hitting .317 on the year. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up. Gregory races over into foul territory, makes the catch. So the inning comes to a close. There were 3 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 John Hardin error and 1 runner left on base. After 1 complete inning, Central Hardin on top, 3-0 over John Hardin. This is a Hardin County Community Educational Community Television production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools Live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. 2 up in the John Hardin half of the second inning. It'll be 4-5-6 in the lineup. Patricia Gregory, Jasmine Caswell, and Mary Beth Richards. Gregory had a big night last night. She was 3 for 3 with 3 doubles, 4 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. Swings that first one, fouls it off over by the Bulldog dugout. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now the count. Well out of the zone, 1-2. Again, a reminder, 7:30 tonight will be our second semifinal game between Elizabethtown and North Hardin. That one away. 2-2 now the count. This one popped up on the infield. Nickel there to make the catch for the first out. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Jasmine Caswell. Didn't there for a strike, 0-1. This one hit towards first. Padgett gathers it in. She'll step on first base. 3 unassisted. That's going to bring up the catcher, Mary Beth Richards. Richards last night 2 for 2 in the ball game with 3 runs scored. She also reached on a walk. No, apologize, 2 for 2. 2 runs which she had a sacrifice fly for an RBI. Swings and fouls that one straight back. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now the count. There's strike 3. Third strikeout of the day for Jenna Smith. Another 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. So we head to the bottom of the second inning. Central Hardin on top, 3-0 over John Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. To explore your options, call 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about all your scrapping, metal, and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Due up in the bottom half of the second inning for Central Hardin. It'll be 8-9-1 in the lineup. Avery Strader, Allie Link, and then back to the top with Madison Jones. Lillian Wiley remains in the circle for the Bulldogs. Having to wait on Mary Beth Richards, who was at the plate. She's got to go put on all of her catcher's equipment. Actually, we're going to have a switch. Jasmine Caswell is now moving to catcher, and Mary Beth Richards will be out at shortstop. Caswell was the catcher of record yesterday. We got everything where they need to be. So the catcher, Avery Strader, comes to the plate for Central Hardin. She's hitting .309 on the season. This one we hit down the right field line. Weems going over, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring us to the shortstop, Allie Link. Link in the stand as far up in the batter's box as she can. That one will bounce in there, 1-0. Squared around to bunt. Lets that one go. It's high. 2-0 now the count. That one stayed high. 3-0 now the count to Link. Gets in there, 3-1 now the count. That's high, and Link will draw the walk. She trots down to first base. That's going to send us to the top of the order. Madison Jones, 0 for 1 on the day. She grounded out back to the pitcher. Pitch well outside. 1-0 the count. This is going to be ripped down the line to left field. Dunn comes over. Juggling catch makes it for out number 2 as Link will head back to first base. So with 2 outs, Lindley Britton comes to the plate. Britton 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out. Came into today's game hitting .460 on the season. Kettle Hake and Booth come charging in. Britton's first at bat, she did have one, attempt at a slap hit. She actually fouled herself. This was going to be laid down. Kettle Hake up with it, not going to be in time. This will be an infield single, and now no one at third. And they throw across. Link gets there. That is going to allow Britton to move up to second, so it'll be a single. And now they throw it away. And Link is in, and here comes Britton. So after having runners at second and third, they threw the ball away. I'm going to get it back to the pitcher, and both runners take advantage of it and score. So we're up 5-0 now as Alyssa Gent comes to the plate. Gent 1 for 1 on the day with a stolen base and a run scored. So far in the game, all of the runs have come with 2 outs. This one down the line, caught by Kettle Hake. And that will do it here in the second inning. There were 2 runs on 1 hit. No runners left on base and no John Hardin errors. As we head to the top of the third, Central Hardin on top 5-0. We'll be right back with third inning action. As we come back for the third inning of play, there's going to be a pitching change for Central Hardin. Emma Watkins now into the ball game. Watkins on the season 7-1 with a 2.39 ERA. So it'll be number 789 in the John Hardin lineup. Tristan Williams, Caitlin Dunn, and Kaylee Booth. On the season, Watkins, again 7-1, 2.39 ERA. She has 45 strikeouts to 7 walks. Low, 1-0 the count. That one low, 2-0 now the count. Williams last night was actually 0 for 1 officially. She did reach twice on a walk and a hit by pitch and scored 2 runs. 3-0 now the count. There's ball 4. First run of the day for the Bulldogs, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Caitlin Dunn. That'll be hit foul. 0-1 the count. That one outside. 1-1 the count. That one outside. 2-1 now the count. Again, a reminder, this is just the first semifinal game. We'll have one at 7:30. North Hardin and Elizabethtown. And the championship game tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, as that ball's foul, will be held at the Sports Park in Elizabethtown. Strike 3. So 1 out, runner at first base, and then it'll bring up Kaylee Booth. Booth last night was 1 for 1. She came in and pinch ran, scored, and then had a single and scored on that as well. And then she was hit by a pitch in her last at-bat. Swing and a miss on that one. 0-2 now the count. There's strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Watkins. So with 2 outs and a runner at first, we go back to the top of the lineup for the Bulldogs, Christine Kettlehake. Going on the pitch was Weems, and she is thrown out on the 2-6 put out. And so there were no runs on no hits, no runners left on base. So we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Central Hardin on top, 5-0 over John Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs, airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can watch all of our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just subscribe to our channel and get all your local community sports and events. So with tomorrow's game being moved to the Sports Box, we will not be able to bring that to you live. We'll have it on tape delay. It should be up on our YouTube page by Friday at the latest. We come back to action. Bottom of the 3rd for Bruins. Due up are Carly Perry, Lily Paget, and Addison Carter. Lillian Wiley remains in the circle for the Bulldogs. Perry 0 for 1. She reached on an error and came around to score. That one will go high, 1-0. That one ripped into the third base dugout. And 1 the count. That one's behind her. I think there's Perry steps back in. Two and one now the count. This one, foul territory down the left field line. It's going to get out of play. I'll run the count to 2-2. That one high. ball 4. Perry will trot down. That'll bring up Lily Paget. We're going to have a pinch runner for Perry. Get you that name. Brianna Burba will be the runner for Perry, so she'll be at first base. No outs as Lily Paget comes to the plate. Paget doesn't have an official at bat. She walked in her only at bat and came around to score the 3rd run for the Bruins. That one outside, 1-0. Too far inside, 2-0 the count to Paget. This one we hooked foul. J.C. Wright is going out to get it. 2-1 now. That one low. Burba will move down to second on the wild pitch. Count goes to 3-1. Paget will step back in. Actually behind Paget, so she'll get the walk on the wild pitch. Burba moves up. And Paget just literally just wheeled around first and trotted down to second base. So with no outs, runners at second and third. That brings up Addison Carter. Carter 1 for 1. She had a 2 RBI double in her first at bat. Pitch outside, 1-0. That one inside. 2-0 now the count. Wiley struggled a little here in this inning. She's already given up 2 walks. The count is now 2-0. That one high, 3-0 now the count. There's ball 4. So 3 straight walks issued by Wiley. That's going to bring up Jenna Smith as she will re-enter. Smith 0 for 1. She popped out on the infield. That one high, 1-0. Some popped up. Oh, in and out of the glove. So to be in error, everybody's going to have to move up 1 base. And the E4 will score a run. Burba will come in. Smith will be at first. Carter at second. Paget at third. Central Hardin now on top 6-0. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Avery Strader. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to right field. The bases remain loaded. Pitch high and away. 1-0. Caswell going to take time and trot out to talk to her pitcher. Again, our second semifinal today. Start at 7:30. It will be North Hardin taking on Elizabethtown. And then tomorrow night's championship game has been moved to the sports park in Elizabethtown. It will be played at 6. We aren't sure exactly which field it will be played on yet. As Strader steps back in. 1-0 the count. This one popped in the air. Looks like it's going to get foul ball. So everybody will go back and reset. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss there. 1-2 now the count. On deck is the shortstop, Allie Link. That one low. That'll run the count even. 2-2 now. That one high. It'll go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. This one back up the middle. That's going to be a clean base hit. Paget is in. Carter rounds and she'll score as well. So a 2 RBI single for Avery Strader. Got to think we'll have a courtesy runner for her, as we can have courtesy runners for the pitchers and catchers. It's used to speed up the game. We'll see which Bruin comes out. Not going to be able to tell because they have on a pullover. So Link will come to the plate. She walked her only at bat, came around to score. So as we come back, Jenna Smith is at second. Strader at first. No outs in the inning. Has been 1 error by the Bulldogs. Bunt attempt by Link. Kettlehake up with it. She goes across. That one's wide. That's going to score Smith. She came from second and still coming in and scoring is the position for the catcher for Strader. So 5 runs here in the 3rd inning, all with no outs. Link again, this time reaches on an error by the 3rd baseman. So Madison Jones to the plate. Jones swings at that first one, fouls it off. Jones 0 for 2 on the day. She had a ground out to the pitcher and flew out to the left fielder. That change up. A little surprised Caswell didn't try to throw down to first. Looked like Link had gotten quite a secondary lead that time. That one in the dirt. 2-1 now the count. And change-ups high, 3-1 to Jones. Fouls that one straight back, and that'll run it full. This one hooked down the line. That's foul. Count will remain 3-2. Link heads back to first. Score 10-0 here in the third inning. Central Hardin scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Have 5 here in the third. That one inside, it'll be ball number 4. So for the first time today, Madison Jones will get on base. She trots down to first. Link heads to second. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Lindley Britton. Britton 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a run scored. Bunt right back to Wiley, down quickly in time, and that'll bring our the first out of the third inning. As that does move over, Jones to second, Link to third. Since it was a bunt, it will go down as a sacrifice. So now Alyssa Gent comes to the plate, the 9th batter of the inning for the Bruins. Gent's 1 for 2 on the day. Has a single, stolen base, and a run scored. It's back up the middle, just out of the reach of Mary Beth Richards. 1 run is in. And that'll be it. So an RBI single for Gent. Madison Jones moves over to third. She moves to third. Link scored. So runners at the corners. As Carly Perry comes back, she re-enters into the game. She will be the 10th hitter in this inning. She's 0 for 1 on the day, reached on an error and reached on a walk, and has scored 2 runs. This one's hit hard into the outfield. Gets past Neal. 2 runs are going to score on that one. Perry rounds first and will head into second. It's going to be a 2 RBI single. And then she advances on the error. As Jones and Gent score. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Lily Paget. Paget walked both of her times to the plate, scored 2 runs. This one ripped foul. Coach Goodman jumped out of the way. That one inside, evens it at 1-1. They hit out towards the outfield. Weems is there. Makes the catch. Tagging up from second is Perry. So now coming to the plate, Peyton Campbell. Campbell hitting .260 on the season. We do have a pinch runner at third base for Carly Parrott with Sophia Tanetti. This one's going to be a base hit, an RBI single for Peyton Campbell. So Tanetti scores the 14th run of the game, the 9th run in this inning. And that'll bring up Jenna Smith with 1 runner on and 2 outs. That one in the dirt, 1-0. That one in there, 2-0 now. No, you. That one high, 3-0 now the count. That one in there for a strike, 3-1 now the count. This one hit hard, gets off the glove of Kettle Campbell will move to second. So a single for Smith. So with 2 outs and 2 runners on, we get to Avery Strader, the catcher. And now Sophia Tanetti will come to the plate. On the season, Tanetti 1 for 3 hitting. She's played in 5 games. This is her 6th. This one back up the middle. Richards not able to get it in time, so everybody moves up 1 base. So Campbell's at third, Smith at second. And it's Tanetti at first. Allie Link now to the plate. She's 0 for 1 on the day. She's reached on a walk and an error, scored 2 runs. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. That one in the dirt. Good job by Caswell to keep it in front of her. 2-1 the count. That one away. 3-1 now the count. That one hit Kettle actually caught the ball. A line out. Second time today she's done that. The 3rd inning comes to a close. Central Hardin put 9 runs across the board on 4 hits. There were 3 John Hardin errors and 3 runners left on base as we head to the 4th inning. Our score, Central Hardin 14, John Hardin 0. We'll be right back with fourth inning action. Welcome back to North Hardin High School for today's semifinal 17th district action. We'll head into the top of the fourth inning. It'll be 1, 2, 3 in the John Hardin order. Christine Kettlake, Samara Neal, and Haley Wiley. Kelly squares to bunt, popped and caught by Reese Nickel at third base. Diving catch on the bunt. 1 out. That'll bring up the center fielder, Samara Neal. Neal 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the day. A little too far outside. 1-0 the count. So one hit down the line. Padgett picks it up. She'll step on first. So there are 2 outs now in the top of the fourth inning. That'll bring up the designated player, Haley Wiley. She's 0 for 1 with a ground out. This one hit. And a base hit for Wiley. That is the first base hit of the day for John Hardin. They had Tristan Williams had gotten on base on a walk. That is the first hit. Patricia Gregory now to the plate. She's 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out. That's in there for a strike. This one will hit foul down the first base line. 0-2 the count. At the conclusion of today's game, we will have a player from the losing team named to the all-tournament team. That one fouled off as well. Count remains 0-2. They will join Gabriela Desqueria from Fort Knox on the all-tournament team. That was outside for the third strike and the third out of the inning. So there were no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and no Central Hardin errors as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Central Hardin on top, 14-0 over John Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Due up in the bottom of the fourth inning for the Bruins. In the book it says numbers 1, 2, and 3 will be coming up. Madison Jones, Lindley Britton, and Alyssa Gent. As Jones comes to the plate. She's 0 for 2 on the day. She did reach on a walk and score run. It's this one out towards right center. Weems going over. Shup makes the catch for the first down of the inning. Now we'll bring up Lindley Britton. Britton 1 for 3 on the day. Has a single and a run scored. Booth moves in from second base. Kettle Hake from third. That one in the dirt, 1-0 the count. That one outside, 2-0 now. That one fouled off. 2-1 now the count. Britton will step back in. This one hit out towards shortstop. Richards with it across in time. 6-3 punt out. 2 outs in the inning. As we'll come to the second baseman, Alyssa Gent. Gent 2 for 3 on the day. Pair of singles, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Want to know the count. That one high and away. 2-0 now. That one short as well. 3-0 now the count. That's in there for a strike. 3-1. There's a pop-up to end the inning. So it's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. As we head to the top of the 5th inning, our score remains Central Hardin on top, 14-0 over John Hardin. We'll be right back with the 5th inning of play. Welcome back to North Hardin High School for today's 17th District Semifinal action in the softball tournament. So we head to the top of the fifth inning. It'll be 5, 6, 7 in the Bulldog lineup. But Jasmine Caswell, Mary Beth Richards, and Tristan Weems. Emma Watkins remains in the circle for the Bruins. John Hardin will have to score 5 runs here for there to be a bottom of the fifth inning. The run rule, 15 after 3 or 4, and 10 runs after 5. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now the count. Caswell 0 for 1 on the day. She grounded out to the first baseman. This may hit towards right field. Carter out there makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Mary Beth Richards now to the plate. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That one fouled back. Oh, and 1 the count. As Richards steps back in. Oh, and 2. This is going to be hit out towards center field. Jones tracks over. She'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. Tristan Weems now to the plate. Weems walked in her only at-bat, then was thrown out trying to steal second. That one fouled out of play. 0-1 the count. That fouled straight back. Count remains 0-2. That's well outside. 1-2 now the count. That one low and inside. 2-2. As Williams will step back in. There's strike 3, and that will be the ball game. Central Hardin will win and move on to the championship game. Final score 14-0 for John Hardin. They will finish the season 10-27. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company. So Haley Wiley and Lillian Wiley will be named to the all-tournament team. And they will join Gabriela Descaria from Fort Knox. Also, our sponsors, E-Town Exterminating, locally owned, family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. And West Point Bank. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. We will be back in less than an hour as our second game is scheduled to start in 50 minutes. We will come back right before they do the announcing of the starting lineups, so about 7:25. Again, thank you for listening to or watching game number 1. We'll be right back.